All right. And we're live.
Man, I'm very excited to be here. It's great to see you again.
It's great to see you, man.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute.
Last time I was here, I remember I was pretty high, so I passed out on your couch.
And that's fine. That's what it's there for.
Yeah. Hey, at least I'm responsible. I didn't drive when I was fucked up.
Yeah, it was good. Ty over here making responsible life decisions. You got to appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Today on the show, we have Tai Nguyen from Austin. Great comic. He's been a fantastic guest on the podcast. I've had him on previously. Check out the Popcorn Trick on Spotify. All right, so I was going to do that. So yeah, we got Tai with us, and we also have Neal Walker, one of my good friends from the military who just kicked off season 2 of the Popcorn Trick with me last night. He's also starting off in comedy and is actually the first comic coming out under Patno Productions.
What does it mean, the first comic coming out under Patno Productions?
It means he's the first guy I'm going to develop.
By develop, what does that mean?
We're going to develop his material. We're going to develop his performances. We're going to develop content for him, either podcasts, skits, shows, whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I didn't know.
Yep.
That's a thing in comedy.
Oh, it is. It is. I'm working with Junebug. I've actually got a podcast coming out for Junebug soon.
Oh, nice.
The Blame It on the Bipolar Show. He's also part of the Marin.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's bipolar.
He is. Legitimately. So, yeah.
Well, I'm happy I haven't seen the other side of him.
Yeah.
Only seen the nice one.
But no, that's what I've been doing lately since last we talked. I've started coming into like more of a producer role. And so I'm still doing stand-up, of course. I'm still doing this,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing like a lot of different things and helping other people do a lot of things themselves.
Nice. It's more rewarding that way, right? Feel better doing stuff for other people.
It does. A life of service.
Yep.
Shout out to all the prostitutes out in the world.
But hey, those people make money.
They do.
They make big money. So
right. And I plan on also making big money without sucking as many dicks.
I think
getting your back broken.
I think their price should have gone up due to COVID.
They probably did, I know before, like the entire thing is like no kissing. I think that's how it is.
Yeah.
So maybe like they have the mask now, so it's like it's not even on the table.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they have like glory hole masks.
I was
for,
just
like,
thinking about
it's like little Pac-Man mouth.
Right, don't tell nobody in the CDC.
But speaking of COVID and all the stuff going on and the changes we've had to adapt to over the year, how have things been going for you, Ty? Have you been doing any shows? Do you have any stuff in development? Like what's going on your side of town?
I'm still doing shows. People ask me to do shows, so I go do them. I got pretty depressed for like the last 3 months. Like it just hit. Like it came out of nowhere and it just hit. I didn't know that I could be that depressed, but I finally got to felt what depression was like. I never thought it would happen to me, but it did. So I just spent time healing.
That's what you got to do, man. You need some time sometimes,
Yeah, so I wasn't really hitting up open mics or nothing like that, but people asked me to do shows, so I still do them.
That's the best way forward, man. I found because I went through a rut right after I moved here. You see the house and stuff, and it was like I screwed my back up and my shoulder when I was moving, like twisting stuff, taking it upstairs and whatnot. A lot of heavy stuff to take. Basically, I went through a depression during that, and I realized the reason I was depressed was because I wasn't working as much, because I had so many things.
Yeah,
I was doing either between doing performances on stage or whatever, managing like the 2 different podcasts, and just traveling to other people's stuff. And as soon as I hit the brakes on that and stepped away to kind of make sure I was healthy again or whatever, it started eating at me. Like I was like, dude, you're supposed to be doing stuff. You're just kind of sitting here existing. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think everybody go through that phase of like sitting there and you feel so depressed that you feel like nothing could bring you joy. Like, it's very, what's that word? Nihilism?
Mm-hmm.
Where you feel like nothing really like matters.
Existential crisis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been through a fair share of those, and usually when I went through those periods in the past, it was typically due to like relationship type problems. You know what I'm saying at the time.
Yeah.
For sure, because I went through some times where I was just like numb, like bad. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's your 20s, and then you grow up.
Now I'm starting to think that it's partly human experience. Everybody goes through it.
They do.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do. You're definitely not alone in that fight whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's something that we all face and we all have to deal with at some point in time.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been building out my cryptocurrency portfolio.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I was pretty bummed I had to dump my
TRX?
portfolio. Yeah, I had to dump
Yeah.
everything I had. I had like a variety of stuff at one point. I had almost 500,000 Tron at one point.
Damn.
But yeah, I had to dump everything, and there's a reason for everything. You know what I'm saying? I made the choice when I did because I decided. Could you push that door shut the rest of the way? I didn't even realize it was open. I made the decision when I did just based on the needs forward. Kind
Yeah.
of what we need now so we can build.
Yeah.
And I mean, here we are. We got the cameras, we got the mics, we got all this other
Yeah.
stuff going on. And that's the thing I try to tell people, like. It's a good example of sacrifices and decisions we got to make sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I could save that and make so much more money later, but I was focused on what I got to do now
Yeah.
in order to build the brand and build the product and whatnot. There's been times that I get late notices in the mail for bills I have to skip on because there's other stuff I need to take care of. Like, hey, that one doesn't affect my credit, so that one can wait. Like,
Yeah.
so like it's really. People don't see those late nights and long hours and and depression and juggling kids and all this other stuff behind the curtain. But you know what? That's why I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because I can handle that load. Not everybody can.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think I can handle your load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew what's coming.
Pause.
I saw that shit coming.
Oh, that's a manly nose right there. Tastes like responsibility.
Tastes like responsibilities. And is that Reese's peanut butter cup? No.
Oh, God.
And,
Man.
and Neal,
What's good?
we just like I said, we just started catching up like pretty much yesterday.
Yep.
How have things been going on your side with like home life and family and all that? How are things going?
Well, yeah, I can't really complain too much, man. My family's doing pretty well. I had some recent scares with the hospital, as you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't trust hospitals sometimes, but it be their own medical people.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't trust hospital.
Well, no, they actually almost made me lose my hearing. So,
You hearing?
yeah.
Cause like you went in for something, but then they say it was something else, so they put you on some fucked
Yeah.
up shit.
And then the medications they gave me made it even worse.
Yeah.
And ended up, like, long story short, they ended up making me take steroids just to
Damn.
fix what they fucked up.
That's a very common thing with hospital.
Yeah.
They're not even accurate in their diagnosis.
Like, that shit
Yeah.
caught me way off
Yeah.
guard. Couldn't hear shit for 2 weeks.
Dude, that's why I think the whole COVID thing is like highly exaggerated.
Yeah.
Like they definitely faking the report, and then more people probably died going to the hospital.
we got a death by a gunshot. Oh wait, no, that's COVID. Right, COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, $80,000 just
But
to say
all
it
of
was by
that.
COVID.
But here's why though.
Yeah.
If the hospitals report they're overburdened with COVID cases, they're going to get more funding, and
Yeah.
more equipment.
And then they also get the hazard duty pay as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
it
I
justifies
think
it.
there's a political agenda behind it too, like for the voting and stuff.
Well, there is 100% a deadly virus, and even my ex-wife, like her current boyfriend's family, all just ended up with like COVID, like a couple of them or whatever. So it's not like it doesn't exist, and I know there are people that have on my friends list on Facebook or wherever else that said they have lost family members, but they were all like senior citizens, weak immune systems,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Which it doesn't make it okay. Like, don't go out and start licking handrails. Take precautions. Take precautions. But don't be
Hey, that's
so
a pastime hobby, making handrails.
yeah, I'm just saying, don't be so scared that you can't function. Like, I know recently, and I almost started talking shit. Like, I saw some comics out recently. You know, they had masks on and stuff, but they were starting to perform again. But these were the same guys that, like, a month ago were just trashing everybody else for being out trying to work.
Yeah.
You know, like, look, we're using mic covers. Everybody that's seated has masks on. Everybody's sanitizing. I mean, there's safe ways to interact with people, you know, and go out and still live your life. You know, we're not like throwing a rave like shoulder to shoulder. Like,
I think it's
around.
good to be aware of people with weak immune system.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know I've got a few friends that are compromised or whatever for different issues. So definitely something I'm cognizant of. And I wouldn't think of putting them into any type of situation where they would be at risk whatsoever. You know. I know it is more serious in their cases.
But yeah, fuck the VA. So,
Fuck VA.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Does that stand for veteran something? Veteran affairs?
Yeah, I'm not going down that rabbit hole with you, but I like my check. But yeah, man, just gotta push through it.
Yeah.
Have you been doing any of the like the Zoom shows?
Yeah, I was doing a couple Zoom show and then it kind of trailed off. Stopped doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't that exciting. It's okay.
Yeah, I think I did like one with my improv group. I haven't really performed with them in quite a while. I haven't really performed with them all year except for the one.
Improv on Zoom.
Yeah, it doesn't work because you need to have that chemistry and you have that that could be like a miniature delay.
Yeah,
it just felt way off. And they did the favorite event I did with them after I got on the Brazos theater group. Well, they did, or the Brazos Theater of Waco is what it's called now, full name. But anyway, we did an event where they did like Cards Against Humanity, but it's like improv against humanity. Like they would use the cards for like what the improv scene was going to be. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get picked up for that one this year, and I was so sad because they kept it like to a small group of people that have been like there regularly since like the beginning. Yep. So it's like I didn't get the call. I was like, oh, it's just COVID. Damn you, COVID.
I mean,
everything up.
That's kind of like the
Improv's
title
fun.
of that game, right? It's what happened to you since you didn't get it. It's like against humanity.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I have so many Cards Against Humanity cards. I bought like a bunch of the expansions and stuff. I really like that game. It's fun.
It's a great game.
It's fun, for sure.
My second favorite one is Charade.
Charades, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a big Charades guy?
Yeah, Charade is really, really fun.
I haven't played much Charades.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you act out like a title or whatever.
Yeah, you act out and then your friend guessed the word,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't like say the actual word.
Yep.
Yeah, you can only say a word that's like kind of like around it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the one that's like that, but you have to draw stuff for them to...
Pictionary.
Thank you. That one's pretty fun.
We had that when I was a kid. It was a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I can't draw for shit, so everybody was always confused.
What was that? A
Is that a penis?
What's that a...
No, that's a finger.
everything you draw looks like a penis. I can't help myself. Everything is dicks to me. Balderdash.
I mean, that is my skate name, so yep. Jerome Balderdash.
Indeed. What was that? What was that game you said you were playing? Maneater?
Oh man, yeah, Maneater. Dear God, have you ever heard of that game, bro?
No. Is that a card game?
No. So it's on, I believe, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. You're playing as a shark, and the whole goal is to fuck up everything in the ecosystem. You're eating humans, animals, all that shit. And so, I've been addicted to this damn game.
Yeah.
And it further reminded me of why I don't fuck with aquatic life forms, because them shits is evil.
Yeah.
So, I started playing it the day before yesterday, and I don't want to give out any spoilers or anything if y'all gonna play it. However, I was mauled by a fucking alligator. and I fucking try to get away from it. I swim out to the ocean
Yeah.
and get mollywalked by a goddamn orca. I was like, there is no way in hell I was supposed to survive this shit.
Yeah. And you were a shark in that game?
Yeah, I was a bull shark. And he fucked me up.
And you got whooped by an alligator?
Yeah, man. I was like a young one, like a pup. And so I was like small as shit.
Yeah.
And these giant ass alligators just came out of nowhere and tried to gangbang me. Like it was a fucking Bang Bros episode or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God. You get jumped a lot in that game.
Get jumped.
They will chase you down.
So what happened? Do you grow big over time? Your character?
So your character grows bigger, it evolves, you gain new abilities and shit. And ultimately it becomes like a megalodon.
Gotcha.
And so the whole premise is you have beef with this one hunter who, through a string of events, becomes like your arch nemesis. And he just continues to go throughout the game.
Yeah.
So eventually you end up fucking him up. And then there's a whole gang more people that come for revenge.
Yeah.
So you have to fuck them up systematically.
Okay.
It actually sounds super fun.
I'm telling you, you gotta try it out, bro.
Yeah, it sounds dope. It sounds like somebody really thought outside the box when they came up with that game.
They did. I am enamored with this game.
That'd probably be a good one to play on the projector.
Definitely would be.
Cinematic. Dope.
Is it like multiplayer and shit?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's one player.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only downfall I can see in that game. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they had a Jaws game. I think it was on PS2 several years ago.
They
Yeah.
made a game for Jaws?
Yeah, they
made
even,
a couple.
There was one on on the NES. Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Back in the day, back in the gap.
I want to say there's even one for like as recently as Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
There might have been. It might have. Well, yeah, probably a newer one. I wouldn't be surprised. But no, that's like, I don't know. That seems like a game I could get into. It's just something different enough because I've just been playing a lot of Warzone. Like when I do play, hop on Call of Duty. That's how I stay in touch with my brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to Adam. That's how I stay in touch with him, man. Like we'll just get on long plays of like some multiplayer, or like we'll hop into battle royal or plunder or whatever. Do a lot of plunder, just because that way you can respawn and just keep like running strikes on people. Like we gotta clear this building. Brr.
It's a fun game.
I tend to play
Definitely
a
fun.
bunch of fucking Grand Theft Auto so I can do a lot of hood rat shit with my hood rat friends.
You know, I've tried to get into playing online on Grand Theft Auto, but it's so hard to organize a mission on multiplayer. Like to get people together and actually get the mission going. Like me and my brother always end up like sidebarred doing different shit. Like, dude, what are we even doing? Like, we're not even playing together. Like, either that or we just end up like being dickheads to each other, like playing tag, killing each other, basically.
Like my thing is, I'll wait till another player comes by, run up, punch some pedestrians, and get them to start fighting and shit. Then just take off.
Yeah, I'll do that randomly. Whenever I play as the meth head guy, that's when I'm always like the most violent.
Oh god.
I just like go beat up pedestrians and shit for no reason. Like, give me your wallet. That's the sociopath character. When I play as everybody else, like I'm chill, like just driving, like just the bad one.
I found it's pretty much impossible to play that game without breaking any laws.
Oh, it's hard. Have you ever been like stoned or whatever and just try to play the game like following the red lights and stuff? Just like try to follow traffic laws and shit. You still end up getting an offender bender.
Do everything normal. Go to a job, work 8 hours.
Yeah.
Go home, take care of your kids, do a podcast.
Yeah, you pull up to like the Cluckin' Bell and you
Yeah.
just park, and then you go to your kitchen and start flipping burgers so you can really feel it. Then you go sit down 8 hours later, like finally off. You drive home to your apartment, you go in and save, and you just go to bed.
Imagine if like they make a game like based on your real life, like a simulation of your real life, everything you do, and then you just play that game and you do the same thing you do in real life.
How do you know this isn't a simulation?
My shit be
And you're not being played right now.
Oh yeah, what happened? Like if we all plug up into your simulation,
Yep.
that would be crazy.
I don't know, man. Somewhere in life, somebody started using cheat codes with me because I started with nothing. Like, use the money code.
It's like, I'm sick of this shit.
You know, if Knife was like a video game, then the cheat code would be in like shrooms, and psychedelic.
Oh yeah, that's how.
Right.
I'm.
Yeah.
You know,
That's how you think outside the box.
I was definitely hoping we'd end up touching on that today with you here, because I know that's one of your things as well. I'm a big psychedelic guy, psychonaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since I did mushrooms or anything. Wasn't it the first time you did mushrooms with me, or had you done it before that?
I had done it before that, but it was like years.
Yeah. So he did mushrooms with me, and I was like, Neal is really cool to trip with, because he is really, really, really into astrology. So if you take him outside, and you start doing start mapping the stars and shit, dude, like he just gets into it, man. Like real heavy. It's pretty dope.
I'm mad that I don't know like my chart, my natal chart, because my mom don't know my real birthday.
Oh dang.
Yeah. So I was born in like the jungle, and then like a week after I was born, she went and registered me at the hospital. So she just put in a date.
Damn.
So I really don't know. Like
I was. You know what? It's funny. Like you brought up both things I was gonna try to talk to you about today, because I know like I haven't been fully filled in on like your roots, your background. I was kind of interested. I was gonna like pick your brain a little bit, learn some more about Thai.
yeah. So I was born in Vietnam, like in like a jungle environment, right? Like house made out of wood and like no electricity type of stuff, where you have to boil water with like fire and shit. And my dad, for a job, he chopped wood, and then he would drive it on a rickshaw to town to like sell it. But then whenever he drive the rickshaw, if he spotted any cop or communist, he kind of has to like go high inside the wood until they kind of pass. Then he would drive it, because he was in the army, and you know how like the South lost the war, right? So he's kind of seemed like that's like a traitor. So, yeah. And then we lived in Vietnam till I was like 5, and then there's rumor that America is coming to like bring us to America, but it's just a rumor. And then it actually happened. So wow. That's how I got here.
So what was it like? Was it like a humanitarian kind of thing? They came and got you guys, or what was it?
I guess white guilt.
Yeah. Facts. I think everybody needs a healthy dose of white guilt. You have to have enough to be aware of historical things and current things.
Yeah.
But when you start watching people's feet and shit, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, like it's just like get up and do something productive for somebody. Like, do some legislation or something. That's not really.
I mean, I think anybody that's like fought for the South and after the South lost, they're kind of screwed, because you couldn't get no job. You go to prison after the war, which my dad did, and you pretty much seem like a traitor. That stink is on you, and they know your whole family and their history. So, yeah.
That's wild as fuck, dude.
Yeah. They probably call him like the version of the N-word in Vietnam, which I don't know what that would be.
Which brings me to my next point, and I can't emphasize this enough. Fuck communism.
Yeah.
Shout out to China. Anyway,
I mean, communism could be good for some things, When you wake up and you don't know what to wear because you have so much choices.
Everyone is wearing gray today. Our famous leader said gray is the color for today.
It gets us overpriced Apple products and Nike gear. So for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The comments in this one's gonna be on fire.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All my friends in China, what the fuck, man?
I didn't say fuck Chinese people. I said fuck the Chinese government. Let me just reiterate what my point was.
So I thought you were trying to play the
Winnie the Pooh looking motherfucker. Like fucking. Oh bother.
I think what hurt more about communism is the freedom of speech aspect.
That is a huge thing.
Yeah, because I could be like the richest man in Vietnam, right? But then I would feel more free here because I couldn't go up on stage and say fuck the government.
Yep.
Yeah, over here you can.
And that's what, man, and, I don't want to get too deep into it, but, like, a lot of stuff that's been going on with the current youth political movements and stuff from college campuses and stuff that are very, like, pro-communism and stuff, they don't realize that that's literally a psyop being done by, like, China and some other places. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, though, is not like, oh, Red Scare, whatever. I'm saying that because we've done the same kind of shit elsewhere for democracy.
Yeah, that's true. The new war is like the war in information, like spreading like seed of information, and it grow over time. It's like crazy.
It's
like,
the long
they
game.
take over the internet with like fake people and fake troll, and then they spread the idolism and people pick it up. Like that's a new warfare.
That's how we have like a fucking crazy ass cult of Trump. It's the same thing. They're like all this false information gets spread. There are little trinkets and crumbs of truth out there that are against, whatever side you want to put it against. But Trump is still a corrupt piece of shit. He is.
I think both
it's just what it is.
are,
And
like,
they are.
super corrupted.
They are. You want to know why? I'll put it to you this way. So the big story I just read, which was on actual news sources, it wasn't like some like little side, article or whatever. Joe Biden, his cabinet or whatever, he's just reinstalling everybody that was there with Obama. He's not putting new people in.
Oh yeah, I think Obama.
How
Lazy as
is
shit.
that not entirely status quo type shit?
Yeah,
That's
you're
what it
voting
is.
for the same person. Obama, Hillary, or Joe Biden, same person.
And Hillary
They're
Clinton.
doing the same thing.
And Hillary Clinton is the goddamn devil, and nobody can convince me otherwise. Fuck Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton is gangster as fuck. You know that?
She's the fucking
Dude,
devil.
I bet you when the Jeffrey Epstein shit went down with like Bill Clinton,
Yep.
Bill Clinton went crying to her like a bitch, and then she told him, "Hey, man up, ho, I'm gonna handle this." And she probably paid somebody with some Bitcoin over a secure email server this time, and then the hit was done.
She probably claps Bill's cheeks with a strap on. Let's be honest.
He's like, mate, he's saying some unruly shit about me. Make him say he's sorry. We got the chance.
I could still see Bill Clinton crying like in her arm and shit.
I do not know Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know the guy. I'm just saying, we might have got on a plane a couple of times, went to the same island. I don't know him, though. I might have seen him in passing, but I do not know that man. I don't. Maybe we hung out a couple times at the bar. Had some drinks, fucked some kids. I mean, had some cigars.
A lot of people in Hollywood know that man, and they were good friends with him.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That entire thing, though, there's like, there's all this other stuff related to that, dealing with CIA and all this other stuff, where basically they take people of influence and put them in compromising positions, like they catch them on film having sex with underage people or murdering a fucking homeless man or something, some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And that's how they get them to be locked in to the inner circle. Like, hey, if you ever say anything, you're fucked.
That's what Jeffrey does. I think that's his strategy. Like, hey, come to my island.
That was his purpose.
And then when you go to the island, you see like butt naked girls everywhere.
So, and the thing is, if we were able to see his face, right, and give him a name, you realize there's strings even higher than that. There's always levels to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always levels to it, man. Whatever you see out front is simply a show.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. I think politics, the whole thing, Democratic and Republican, it's all just like a sham. And they're all secretly working together. Yep. And the purpose of voting is for them to measure if people still believe in this shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not far off base. I tell people all the time, party politics.
Yeah.
If you're diehard in a party politics, you have been brainwashed.
Yeah.
100%. I don't care what your beliefs are or stances are. If you are 100% loyal to a party, that is the same thing as people that are religious fanatics.
Yeah.
Because you can't see through the weeds, man. You can't see things clearly.
It kills off critical thinking.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I'd rather be around with somebody that disagree with me and have like their own brain than somebody that say yes to everything
Just a
that I
fucking
say.
yes man.
And I agree with that too. I have friends all over the political spectrum.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't as open-minded as I try to be, you know.
Yeah.
I can be ignorant on a subject every now and then, but if I am, I take the time to be educated if there's room. But
Yeah.
if you could still, you can give me information, and if I think it's bullshit, I'm still gonna tell you it's bullshit. Like like no, bro.
Yeah, I tell people all the time that, hey, having a morning routine would affect your life way more than who you vote for.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because you actually control what happens.
Yeah, and you empower yourself instead of waiting for like whoever to become president. Well, guess what? After the person you want to become president, your life is still the fucking same. You're not doing shit.
And then that's what I'm saying. This like when it's equally, you know, humorous to me watching people that had like a full-on meltdown, mental shutdown, bawling their eyes out when Trump got elected, as it is the other side doing the same thing when he fails to get reelected. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you not realize how stupid this is?
Yeah.
The politicians that I've supported over the years were all kind of against the grain. Like, I think the greatest political mind to ever live that I've known in my lifetime was Ron Paul, because he was all about auditing the Federal Reserve and the government to pick up all the waste and stuff. Was very by the book with the Constitution and stuff. 100%, dude. Just listening to this man speak, he was very eloquent, very educated, and very fair. Outside of that, on the opposite side of the opposite side of the spectrum, whenever they were doing the debates and stuff, I was for Tulsi Gabbard. I was like, give her a shot. She could do it. She's a Democrat, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. Because there are things I'm very liberal about, and there's things that I'm conservative about. You know, it's pretty much, you know, guns, weed, gay marriage, I'm for it. Anything that does with, like, sexualizing kids and shit like that, oh, no, we're going to fight. I'm going to kill you. Like,
you know that Netflix movie, Cuties?
Yeah.
That's some fucked up shit.
And here's the thing, right? People are like, well, it's got a good point. I'm like, hear me out. I'm like, even if it did, even if there was like a actual moral point to be made, they still brought in thousands of little girls.
Yep.
And had them
trying
dance
outfit and
provocatively
shit.
and trying outfits and all this other stuff for the movie. You cannot tell me that a crime was not committed.
Yeah, and I saw like some girl. I know you talk.
Oh, you go ahead, bro.
Yeah, some girl on Facebook make a post like, "Hey, what's wrong with this movie? Teaching little girl how to empower themselves." I'm like, that's like a million other way you could empower yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
So, did you see the post on Facebook where there was like this group of people calling the children sexy and shit like that, calling them baby and everything?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it was fucking gross, dude. It was like blatantly out there doing this shit.
Nothing
happened.
I found a community of people on Facebook here recently by accident. Like it showed up for some fucking reason. It showed up like in people you may know. I saw somebody in a diaper, an adult. I was like, what the fuck? So I clicked on it. And from here, it opened up into these plethora of people that wear nappies and adult diapers and live as an adult baby. And I'm like, you people are the same people that are the furries because they're in the same kind of community. And I'm like, you're all pedophiles. All of you. All of you. That's just how I feel, dude. The people that are like furries and shit, dude, I feel like they're in that same boat. They're like, just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like if you want to fuck like mascots and animals and stuff, I'm thinking like you're teetering on, you know, bestiality and pedophilia and all this other shit, dude. Just how I feel about it. Some people might be sensitive. They're like, oh, well, what about like some cute anime cat girl? Like I'm into hentai, whatever. Like, okay, that's fine. But if you if you have like a sexy fox avatar for your Twitter handle, don't engage me on anything ever. Just stay home, bro. Just stay the fuck home.
People with like cartoon avatar anyway. When like they add me on Facebook, I'm like, why? You know, I don't know you, and you have a cartoon character avatar.
Anime avatars are a red flag for me every time.
Yeah.
Every time. And also too, the other thing too, like I've noticed that same community a lot of time is extremely, extremely racist. Like the same people that are like, they call themselves weebs and stuff like that.
Weebs? What's that?
People that are really into Japanese culture, like weebu.
Weebo? Okay.
Yeah.
People that hugging like fucking body pillows and shit with the little
Yeah.
symbols shit.
And listen, man, I'm all pro anime, pro Japanese culture, whatever, samurais and shit, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But those same people, again, a lot of them are extremely racist. It's the same ones that are racist, like in the cosplay community and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Same kind of cats, dude. Same kind of cats. But
It makes no damn sense.
no, like I even whenever they first Marvel started doing like all the stuff like the diversity stuff, like, all right, well, we're gonna have Spider-Man that is Puerto Rican and black and all this other stuff. I was like, okay, what's the point of just race swapping? But as it developed, though, and I paid attention, like, okay, there's actually purpose behind this, and with representation, and just diversity in general and whatnot. I was like, you know what? I'm actually pro this. It shouldn't make me uncomfortable or question it because I'm just a white dude seeing this. Because at the end of the day, white people were handed all the superheroes, so now we're making it so it's more accessible to everybody. That's the way I took it.
Yeah.
I say that, however, while also, as being a kid, there were plenty of black characters that I fucking loved. Like, like fucking like Blade or, all types of shit, dude. And wrestlers, like I remember I was a big fan of like Ahmed Johnson as a kid on WWF. He was dope, man. Pro River fucking plunge, dude.
Yep.
Like,
T was my hero.
Booker T, dude. Booker T was he's one of my favorite world champions actually. So I don't know, dude. It's a mixed bag, but I think that with the implementation of like changes and diversity and whatnot, I think it's a good thing. It's 100% a good thing. It's just when it starts becoming forced. Like, whenever something comes like a movie, like, all right, so this character is gay and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, why do you have to announce that? Why not just let me watch the movie? Why does that have to be a selling point? That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like because that to me...
They're just driving numbers at that point.
It's pandering and it's actually disrespectful in a way to me.
Yeah.
To the character, to the story, to the community that it actually affects. I think that it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Because just sell it for what it is. You don't have to make that the selling point. The character can be gay, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But when you put it like on IMDb or like comicbook.com, like, oh, this character's gay and it's fantastic. Like, why do you have to like announce it? Just put it in the movie.
Yeah.
Just put it in the movie. It's like, for instance, a case where the making things diverse didn't work. The Ghostbusters movie.
Oh.
They made an all-female cast, right? And I think Kristen Wiig is fantastic. I think she is hilarious and whatnot. But the movie was fucking ass. It was so bad. The characters were just unrelatable and just not likable, and just the story sucked. Like, it was bad. The new Ghostbusters was terrible, dude.
I was rooting for him.
Oh, no, did you like it? Did you like the new Ghostbusters?
I haven't seen it.
It's bad.
It doesn't make me want to watch it.
Oh, it's bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Like, even they made like a remade with like all male character, I still wouldn't watch it.
Another
the
one.
first one is so good.
Another one like Captain Marvel. Okay. Captain Marvel could have been a great film, but the entire movie just kept doing repetitive messages of like, yeah, girl power. Shit. Like every 5 minutes, it was something else.
Yeah,
it was like little
little
punchlines that just didn't need to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like it just takes you out of the movie because then it's making you think about other stuff instead of the movie you're watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm pro women empowerment. Whatever. I'm all pro it, put women in CEO positions, make them directors, whatever else, make films, act, whatever. But yeah, the movie, it was hard to focus on because of that. Like there was just so much going on. Every few minutes, I don't know. That was my take on it, personally. Maybe that's just my fragile masculinity. Who knows?
You're naming a movie that like I would never want to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. So just from what I'm describing, right? Yeah.
No, like by seeing the trailer.
Yeah.
And stuff, and I'm kind of like done with like superhero movie. I'm on like a superhero movie hiatus.
Have you watched The Boys though?
No, I haven't.
You really should watch The Boys.
Oh yeah.
It's not standard superhero fare.
The show that I'm excited for the next season is Raised by Wolves.
Haven't seen that one.
By Ridley Scott.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Ridley
so
Scott,
if
big
you're
fan.
a fan of Aliens and
Yes.
Prometheus,
Huge fan.
Yeah.
check that out on HBO. It's so good. It's crazy
It's
good.
Raised by Wolves.
Yeah, Raised by Wolves. It's
I will.
crazy.
I will definitely check it out. I think I saw a trailer
Yeah.
for it actually.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what bummed me out? I thought the Alien Covenant and Prometheus were actually really good.
Hmm.
And I think that people complained so much online that they crammed, like, what was supposed to be Alien Covenant, which I think it should have been 2 movies. And they just crammed it all together and rushed it out because people were complaining about it not being alien enough.
Yeah.
I think this is the storyline of, like, the way that the xenomorphs were created and stuff. I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It was something different. It was something fresh. Like, hey, this is actually pretty cool. And, they did, like, a lot of callbacks, connected the dots,
Yeah.
with the engineers and whatnot. But yeah, I was like, dude, like this should have been a trilogy. It was so good, it should have been a trilogy, I think. But I think that they ended up pulling the cord on that, like I said, because of the online just toxic fan base type stuff. And now Disney owns Fox, so the Queen Alien's actually a Disney princess. Yeah.
Crazy. Disney gonna end up owning everything.
That's kind of a scary thing for me too, because if you get to the point where entertainment is completely owned by this huge mega corporation,
Yeah.
they can go down the
pushing
chain.
agendas.
Exactly. Censorship, agenda pushing, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That's my take on it, 100%. Which I definitely take issue with. I was cool with, getting all the Marvel franchise stuff back together, just like getting X-Men with the Avengers and all that, so it would all be like a solid license,
Yeah.
like it should be. But then I think what happened was they kept trying to buy the franchise, and then Fox was like, you know what? We're just going to sell the entire company. You have to buy the whole thing if you want X-Men. And then they ended up doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
I mean, that's like a money printer down the line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think it stifles other people though. They're trying to come up with new concepts and create new licenses and stuff, because Disney's never going to sell any of that stuff. All of the
Yeah.
properties they own are going to be Disney now. They're not going to sell any of that shit.
Yeah.
And like I said, it makes it harder for other people that want to make original stuff or maybe work with stuff that's established, because now
Yeah.
it's all under one brand. It's locked. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like I said, something I take issue with. Should be some, laws in regards to that at some point.
Yeah. I think independent is the way to go.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. I'm like the long game. I want to establish a film studio. Like
That'd be dope. Like
That's-
Blumhouse Production.
Yep.
They put out dope stuff. You heard of them?
Nah.
So they did Us. What's that? Jordan Peele movie. Get Out.
Oh, okay.
Us was also a
whole
Jordan
bunch
Peele
of
movie.
horror movies.
Both of those were Jordan Peele.
Upgrade. So their whole model is right. Like they give you like a budget,
Mhm.
and they guarantee that no matter how the movie does, they'll put it out. Some
That's
movie
not
go
bad.
inside theaters. Some movie go to DVD or streaming service,
Mhm.
and that's based on like the test crowd reaction. But they promise they'll put the movie out.
I
So
can't-
yeah,
I can't think of the name of the studio. I think it's like Studio
called
64.
Blumhouse.
No, I was thinking the other one's like Studio
one.
64 or something like that. They put out a lot of good movies. I can't-
A24.
Yes.
Yeah,
A24.
I
They
think
put
they
out
have
a
a
lot of
similar
good
model,
movies.
yeah.
They have
that's
great
really
films.
good film. Yeah,
I would love to get involved with them, man. They do some great stuff.
yeah.
I actually
they're
have
really good.
I have like a classic, late 80s, early 90s slasher flick about halfway through
Yeah,
that I wrote. It has some pretty violent stuff in it.
Yeah.
I would love to get the funding to do that for sure. So maybe I'll be able to pitch that someday. I need to finish it.
I heard that once you get into A24, they treat you like a family, and you're in there for life in a good
That
way.
sounds dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's going to be the new move. I'm going to start working on it. See what I got to do. Get some test footage together or something. Like, hey, guys, come on.
yeah.
Come
You should
on.
definitely make a movie.
I think I could, man. Been
Yeah.
watching a lot of bad movies, so I know how to make a good one, I guess.
Even you made like a bad movie,
Mhm.
you still made a movie.
Hey, that's progress anyway.
Yeah,
I think I see, like, when I see a film that's bad, though, I see a lot of the pitfalls there
yeah,
to the point that, because even as a kid, dude, from a very young age, I was studying, acting in film and stuff. Like, I used to watch the Discovery Channel. They had the show called Movie Magic, where it would show you like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff and the special effects and stuff like that. I used to love watching that stuff, dude. Like, constantly. I really think it's something I could do. It's something that I would love to do, like act, produce, direct, all that. Take the whole enchilada.
I think if you was to make a bad movie, like it's gonna be bad.
I would
right?
know it's gonna be bad.
You should definitely turn to a documentary. Have another person shoot behind the scene, because the documentary gonna end up being way better than a movie.
That's 100% true. If you make a documentary about a bad movie while shooting the movie, I think you'd probably end up winning some kind of award.
Right?
Like,
have all the actors that gonna complain about it,
but we just gotta push through. No, I've been trying to.
That's how to the disaster artist.
I'm trying to write some stuff that's gonna be a small cast that's easy to manage, cheap to shoot. I've got a couple different ideas of stuff I want to do. I want to do one thing that's about just like depression and drug use and stuff. I have like some concepts. And then I have like the slasher flick, and then I have like some comedy, thing I was trying to work on. Kind of like Trailer Park Boys or something like that, something along those lines. Cheap to shoot.
In the barracks. No.
Yeah, right. In the barracks, instead of the ghetto. It's pretty much the same thing. It really is. Have you thought about doing any type of filmmaking or anything like that? 'Cause I know that you did like some skits and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on a documentary about me making my first stand-up special.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm being a part of a bunch of films and short films. Yeah.
Nice.
So
are you you already have everything ready for this first stand-up special? Like it's coming up?
This
sounds like an announcement.
It's done, but
okay.
I just haven't
Have you tried to shop it at Netflix or anything? No? Or fucking what's the other one?
I think the documentary would be better to shop.
Yeah.
Cause if you wanna have a stand-up special on network, they want to see your fan base, and they do Netflix base that on how much ticket you sell.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could be have a crappy special, but if you sell a ticket, that means that you have a fan base.
That's a fact, dude. That's a fact. Because even with all the stuff I'm doing, if I don't have money to put into advertisement space and stuff like that, and for that kind of stuff to get more views, all this stuff I've been doing episodically, no matter how good the production value is, it's only going to get so many views. Unless I have money to advertise and push it out to more eyes.
That's true.
Because what happens is, even with the music scene, I know, the people that know you and see you all the time, it's not a treat for them to see you.
It's not.
That's why I tell people, even with comedy specifically, you have to go outside of your comfort zone, outside of your city to get booked. You have to go fish for those bookings elsewhere.
Yep, I agree. And the thing is, if you were to advertise it on Facebook, it'd be better if you targeted outside of your state.
Absolutely.
Or even outside of your country. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then you could write a bio, and people would be interested in that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how solid what you have is or what you're doing.
Yeah.
If people know you and deal with you, if they have access to you.
Yep. They don't see you as
see you for what
valuable until other people from other places write you a dick. Then they'll hop on. They're like, "Oh, I always known this person."
This is something that I'm real life dealing with right now. A lot of people that weren't fucking with me are all starting to come around and try to fuck with me and calling me up randomly and stuff.
Yeah.
That's been going on for a while now.
See, that's when you know how to weed out people.
Well, it's good in a way though, because it lets me know it's confirmation of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I must be on to something because people are noticing. You know?
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I've just been try to keep the circle tight.
So I'm thinking about putting out my stand-up special to raise money for my documentary. Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Because the documentary gonna cost more money to finish. Because I wanted it to be really, really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the special is done. It looked great. It sound great. It's
awesome.
color corrected, audio master, and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff. Look forward to seeing that. I definitely want to see that.
Yeah. And throughout my whole depression period, this last 3 months, right? Dude, I found out that I really kind of don't want fame or to become famous.
Interesting.
Yeah. I just find it weird to be somebody that people look up to.
It feels like too much responsibility or something.
Yeah, I feel like having that, I'm kind of like putting a chain on myself to where I have to like move or act a certain way
Okay.
to not like
I have
disappoint them or something.
I have kind of a different perspective on that. I feel like by not chaining yourself and by being real and keeping yourself relatable, you're actually doing a service for people, because there are people that may not have the same talents as you,
Yeah.
or the same reach or the same resources or whatever. But when they see somebody like you coming where you're coming from and what you've been able to do, it gives them hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That anything is actually achievable and could be accessible as long as you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
So that's, there's a flip
that's
side
the
to
upside
it.
of seeing it.
There's definitely a flip side to it.
Yeah, that's a flip side to it. I feel like if you have some type of fame, you attract both. You attract good and bad things.
And I'll put it this way: like the reason I do the podcast, I don't, if even when like if I get like drunk or whatever on a show that we're doing and I make myself look like an ass or whatever, and I'm joking around, whatever, being rude, whatever, I leave it in there.
Yeah.
Because I want people to see that like I'm not perfect, and like that's how we need to be. We need to keep it real.
Yeah.
So like I said, so people don't feel like that's just them. We're all flawed.
Yeah.
So there's something special that you can do there, and you don't even realize it. Just keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing to be afraid of. Just be you.
I mean, it's real to be afraid.
It is.
Yeah.
But if you're afraid, that means that you're aware that you do have the ability to do that, right?
You're using reverse psychology on me right now.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yep. You feel that, don't you? You feel it. You feel it. You feel
Yeah,
the energy?
yeah, I feel
Yeah.
it. I use it on other people too, like comedian when they're like nervous, right? Before they go up, like, man, I'm working on my set. Oh man, I'm gonna do good, and then I just go, man, dude, you're gonna do horrible. You're gonna go there, blah, and then they just snap out of it. Like, no, that ain't gonna happen, and it work. It's kind of like wake them up.
Hey, that's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm
I feel like that what you just did to me right now.
Yeah. Like, say he was still kind of, the depression was kind of there. He's like, well, there it goes. It's like, you know what, Patno? You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
So what would be one piece of advice you would give anybody who's looking to get into comedy?
As a stand-up comedian or just all around comedy?
As a stand-up.
Stand up. I know it's really hard to not to like compare yourself, because that's what we all do, whether we want to admit it or not. Cause we see like other comedians around us as like kind of like a measure stick of how we're doing. My advice is grow at your own pace and be excited for how your own material is like maturing. And if you were to compare yourself to somebody, just see what they're doing that kind of work for them. And then you think, why does that work for them? Is there something that I'm missing? Rather than seeing yourself like, oh man, this person is better than me. Because really, we all start out kind of like the same, not knowing what, And you might have something that work and you're unconscious of why it worked.
Nice.
Yeah. So just grow at your own pace, and grow at your own pace. You're gonna go through a lot of self-doubt, insecurity, and comparing yourself to other comedians. That's something we all go through. Yeah.
100%. I completely agree with that. Don't definitely don't compare yourself to anybody else, especially if they've been doing it way longer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't do that. Instead, like he said, compare tools. What tools do they have that,
Yeah, what
that you're missing
tools
out on?
do they have?
Maybe
Yeah.
they have good crowd work. Maybe you need to work on how you interact with people or fuck with people or see something that, you know, you can make a riff off of or whatever, you
Yeah.
know. My thing that my first year that I really wanted to work on that I would see guys like Adam Bob that comes down from Houston. I would see them perform and I'd be like, man, this guy is so good about completely getting off of his material, like completely off subject and just talking about something else. And he would go way into left field.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would find a way to just gradually come right back onto subject and just do it seamlessly.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind. You know, I'm pretty good at now, especially like a heckler or whatever. I'm pretty good at like jumping out, boom, do that, and I can get back to what I'm doing, you know. But to do it in such a way as I've seen, though, that's still something I would like to learn. And I'm sure that, like I said, this just comes with time and repetition and knowing your material that well to where you can walk away from it and come right back to wherever the hell you were at. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
So.
Cause you were to go off and then you trying to do material stuff after going off and it's not smooth, your material won't work. Cause it feel like force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Learning how to, in your writing and in your performance, you know, using maybe different bits you've come together with. Transitions. Transitions are a huge thing. You know, making sure there's some kind of segue between what you're talking about. Like if you're talking about, Jordans, right? Then you need to transition to frying bacon. You know, it makes absolutely no sense. You know, but like it's like, you know, speaking of the finely weaved leather on my high tops,
Yeah.
the leather. Oh, bacon! I was frying bacon the other day. You know, so like, you know, something. You know,
Yeah.
so he's got to figure out a way to make it work and connect those dots.
Yeah.
Um,
The easy way to transition is like to ask the audience like a question.
mm-hmm.
Like you done with your bit, right?
Mhm.
And then they laugh, and then you're waiting for it to like die down. That's when you think about your next bit, right? And you're like, so I've been like shopping lately. Have anybody noticed the price of grocery, or whatever? It just come out like a question that you ask like the whole audience, and then you
Mhm.
can go into your bit.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I never do that. I never think to do that. I always just the closest thing to that is if I talk about like there's this one bit where I talk about like smoking. You know, I talk about different stuff to do with drugs and weed and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah, so who in here smokes? I do that one, and I do another one where I go like, who in here watches porn for another one? I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like type of stuff. But yeah, that's definitely a handy thing to do and to know how to do
Yeah.
for transition wise. But yeah, Neal's been doing comedy for like a month now.
Yeah.
How many mics have we done so far with you?
Let's see, 4. I want to say 4. 4
4.
or 5.
Okay, so Neal
Uh-huh.
is a very good storyteller.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do with Neal is we're trying to teach Neal how to trim fat.
To trim the fat.
Trim the fat from a
Yeah.
story to get to those hot points you need to hit, the funny parts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he is very, very good at being detailed and just going off, and it'll be funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But that's the main thing I've talked to him about is making sure you hit the high points, the highlights. You know,
Yeah.
you ain't got to drag every little detail out unless it's like building to a punchline.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. Because if you're talking about it, you're telling a long story, right?
Yeah.
You can't be like, hey, I went to the store, right? And I got to the
Yeah.
store and they didn't have any macaroni and cheese. So I ended up getting Velveeta, and man, I don't like Velveeta. But anyway, I get the Velveeta and I get home and I'm cooking it up and like, dang, I overboiled the noodles. Now the noodles are overboiled. Now they're all squishy, and then I put the Velveeta in there and it just turns into a big bowl of mush.
Yeah.
Okay, nowhere in there did I make a punchline.
Yeah.
That's the point. You have to emphasize little bits in there to turn
Yeah.
into punchlines, and that's the main thing that we've
You
been working on.
Kind of have to dissect the
Yeah.
story and then add like sprinkle some funny
Yeah.
stuff here and there.
So I went into the store, was looking around the macaroni. There was no fucking macaroni. Like, damn, are we having like a fucking like?
To me?
Are we having like a fucking arts and crafts convention in town? All the fucking macaroni's gone.
To
what
me?
the? Are we making macaroni necklaces? Like, what the fuck are we fucking doing? So I
Yeah.
get the fucking Velveeta. Who the fuck wants Velveeta?
Yeah.
You know, am I buying the canned tomato? Am I making fucking salsa for fucking Super Bowl Sunday?
Yeah.
No, bitch. I want fucking mac and cheese with my Thanksgiving. So I get the fuck home and I'm boiling up the noodles. And next thing you know, the fucking noodles are mushier than my dick after a night of cocaine. So what the fuck am I gonna do with this shit? It's completely unworkable. I dump the cheese in there. I have a puddle of cheese. You know what? Fuck it, man. Fuck Thanksgiving. You know, like, so
Yeah.
you gotta, you know, maybe don't say fuck so much, but like, you gotta find the points
Yeah.
to make them funny. You know what I'm saying?
And also, you have to act like you're really into your bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I get
Yeah.
into the story. But
Yeah.
that's
He
the
does.
problem.
He does. No, what really sparked the conversation about comedy though, is we were tripping. We were on mushrooms,
Oh yeah. What was
and
that?
he went on this fucking rant, this goddamn rant about the Kardashians and all this other stuff, and I was dying. And I was like,
Dude, new podcast idea. Like when y'all on mushroom, do a podcast.
we could, dude.
Oh.
I
That would
stopped
be
him.
cool.
I stopped him. I was like, dude, you just wrote an entire stand-up bit. That was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like I remembered the points he made, and I texted him to him like, hey,
Yeah.
write this down like later. Like try to like remember what you said.
Yeah.
Here's the points you made. Make that into a fucking set or whatever.
Yeah.
And did you actually end up making that into a set?
Yeah.
Because he hasn't used that one at a show I've been at yet. He's done like some other stuff. But in between seeing him perform though, after we talked about the trimming the fat stuff, his performances have been getting better.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time. You just gotta, the more mics you do, the better you're gonna get, and then it'll give you more time to tailor your writing and stuff like that. And something else you'll figure out too, is as you perform a joke so many times, you'll have a way you perform it, and you'll go back and look at how you wrote it. You're like, wait, that's not how I wrote it. And like you'll have to edit it and like fix it to how you say it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to actually keep notes. So that's something that happens to me. Like I'll completely take stuff out that just doesn't work because it doesn't
Yeah.
flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Once you find a kind of like a way, like a setup to where that joke hit like most of the time, or like 99% of the time, record it, like so you remember like the way you deliver it and the way like you set it up, and then just keep it there, and then you could kind of like move on to your next stuff. And like, wow, the way I did like for this joke, it worked every time. Yeah. I think the hard part is finding like the certain emotion that you had when you deliver something. Cause with emotion, your timing kind of come natural.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think timing is very, very important. I fuck up another joke by fucking up the timing.
Same.
Or not remembering it, so it fuck up the timing. The worst feeling is the feeling of you pointing from your head, and then you talking to the audience, and they can see it. They can like, yeah, this guy is unpolished.
The worst thing that happens to me is if I go to like there's like a pause and then I go to do the punchline, like the
Yeah.
timing wise, and I completely like flub it up. Like I'll like get dyslexic with how I'm speaking. I have this thing I do that sometimes. Like I don't have dyslexic reading or anything, but like when I'm speaking, sometimes I'll take like the first letter from over here and just like I'll fuck it up.
Yeah.
So like whenever that happens, I'm like, God damn it, because I did that actually.
Like the chicken road cross. So the chicken cross the road.
So, yeah, it'd be something like that, man. Like instead of the bike was red, you know, the
Yeah.
Reich was bad, you know, like
Yeah.
the Reich. Shout out to Germany. Anyway, so yeah, you've got what? Said 4 mics. 4 mics. Have you been writing any new material or revisiting other stuff? You have?
Yeah, I have so far. I have 7 sets down.
7.
I've written down. Yeah.
7. We're gonna have to, man. I have to go over some of that material. I want to hear it. Definitely want to hear it. Let me get another of these White Claws.
It's a shame they don't want to sponsor us.
Yeah, they should. Because then I'd have more money to put into advertisements, and the show would get more views. Because the production value's here. The production value's here. The quality of the conversations we have. My beautiful mug. I'm so handsome and skinny fat. Show me some love.
Not here. I'm professionally fat.
It's true. It's true. So, Ty, you made the trip all the way from Vietnam. Did you guys land in Austin initially?
California.
California? What part?
I don't remember. I was just there
You're
for
very
like
little.
a short time, and then we went to Austin because we have family members there, and we stayed with them for like half a year until we got our own apartment. But everybody from Vietnam, they start out in California. That's why there's like a huge Asian population in California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like San Francisco and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe we were in San Francisco.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just Vietnamese, but other Asian too. That's why the
Mhm.
Chinatown area in San Francisco is filled with like
Mhm.
all different type of Asian. You been in San Francisco?
Never. I like remember some reason that being like a heavy Asian
Yeah.
population.
So yeah, it's a great place if you like Asian food because
Mhm.
there's like a
love
whole
Asian food.
district you walk is like all Chinese food.
Mhm.
A whole nother district is all like Japanese food, Japanese shop. Another district is like Filipino shop. So they all live in like their own area and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Asian foods are probably my favorite.
Oh yeah,
For sure. Yeah, I stayed in Korea for 3 years. I fucking loved it.
nice.
For sure. It's like Asian food, and then you hit like Mexican food, then like Jamaican stuff, Caribbean. That's all really good too.
Yeah, I don't eat enough Jamaican food. I ate it like twice.
Like
my whole
oxtail and
life.
stuff, plantains.
Yeah,
It's good stuff. It's tasty.
Jamaican food fill me up fast.
It is very filling.
Yeah, it's like
very
filling.
filling.
Yeah,
It's a dense food.
yeah.
Yeah. We
And they
gotta-
have that bread that you eat with like everything in Jamaican food. I forgot what's it called. It's kind of like pancake.
kind of like a pancake.
Yeah.
All I could think of was plantains, and it's not really bread.
No,
It's
it's
like
not.
it's like
Yeah.
a banana thing. Like
Yeah, it's not sweet though. It's
uh,
just like the basic.
I never had.
These
All
are
I could think of was
everything.
like as far as that was like the what was it, the naan bread, the Indian food. Like
Oh no, it's similar
Yeah.
to that, but it's
Oh, I
more
love
like
Indian food,
softer,
too.
like pancake.
I just love food, like especially international food, like different kinds. You know.
I mean, that's one of
Yeah.
the zest of living, right?
Yeah.
Food.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%. Big foodie. I wanted to do something like that, like go to different places and eat, try different stuff. Not really man versus food, but just like trying places and giving reviews. I think that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Like Eric's food reviews or some shit like that.
I don't even have to be the star of it. I can film somebody else doing it and then just go. This would be fun.
Yeah.
I'll go eat with them. like let's go. Okay, so you guys landed in California. We're gonna assume San Francisco for now. Could have been somewhere else. Could have been in the Bay, getting hyphy down there. Little 5-year-old Ty just fucking crumping. He's down there crumping. TE40.
Tell me when to go.
Go.
Go to whistle. Dum dum dum.
He went right for it too. He's gotten down. He gets down. He gets down. But okay, so yeah, you guys get to Texas. You go right to Austin, right? You said.
Yeah.
So what did your parents do as far as to keep you guys afloat? Like what were they doing? Because I know he wasn't riding with the rickshaw with the wood anymore. So
Yeah. So my dad, he did a whole bunch of like electrical soldering job.
nice.
Yeah. And my mom, she just worked different temp jobs.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Are they still with us or they still?
Yeah, they're in Pflugerville.
in
Yeah.
Pflugerville.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Still here.
That's awesome. So, what happened along this trail that brings us to the point where we have the very funny comedian Tai Nguyen? Where did this come?
I was working at AT&T like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then, call center jobs, boring ass shit. So I would crack enough jokes and say stuff that I know I could kind of get away with. So my coworkers like, well, you're so funny, you should do stand-up comedy. So I went to an open mic one day after work. And after my first open mic, I was really nervous. I think I cried like after I got off the stage or whatever. Yeah. And then I guess I just kept at it, and then I got good, and then I recorded my first set, and I posted on YouTube to all my coworkers, and they just all blown away. And then from then on, after 2 years of working there, I quit to work on my stand-up special. Yeah. And now I'm here.
And we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
I've definitely done the call center thing, first of all. I
Yeah.
worked for Verizon Wireless several years ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely did that. I had a brief conversation with Robin Williams on the phone.
Really?
He needed help, and I really wanted to help him, but I couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong with his phone. Like, he needed, like, specific help.
Yeah.
It's like when smartphones first came out. It was like a Palm Pilot or some shit.
Yeah.
Palm Trio, I think that was the name of the phone.
Dude, most famous person I talked to, the only famous, was Jennifer Lawrence. And I wasn't sure if that was her actually. But,
I asked when I was talking to him because I saw he was in San Francisco. I was like, is this the guy? Like, are you Robin? He's like, yep, I'm the guy. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck. Now I feel like a dickhead.
I mean,
whatever.
so AT&T have this policy, right, where they
Yeah.
want you to be like make a connection with the customer, like
Uh-huh.
right off the bat or whatever, before you solve their problem, so you get a better rating or whatever. So yeah, right off the bat, we started talking. She said she's an actress, right? I was like, huh, cool. You been in a movie I know? And then she said, check my profile, right?
Yeah.
So I checked her profile. It said Jennifer Lawrence, right? And I was like, no way, get out of here. And then, what she wanted to do was she wanted to make her ringtone longer. When somebody called in, it would just ring for a longer time.
That's the same kind of thing Robin Williams called
Oh,
him,
really?
but yeah.
Wow, maybe
Yep.
we're each other in a parallel universe. Have you thought
Probably.
about that? Whoever made this simulation is kind of lazy.
I'm a little shorter and a little more Asian-y.
Well, here's what happened, right? She really liked my customer service. She said she had a gift for me, right? Give me her email address. We're not supposed to do that. It's not against the rule, but I was like, fuck it, If I get fired for giving Jennifer Lawrence my email address, then it's kind of worth it, right?
Yeah.
So what she did was she sent me a Fandango gift card for $50.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I guess see $50 worth of movies.
So I had something like that happen as well, except for the person was like an adult photo shoot person.
Yeah.
They're like a porn
free
photo shoots.
shoot. Yeah.
He gave me like his web login to like look at his like his portfolio. I was like, wow. Yeah. Yeah,
That's funny.
that was interesting. Young Patno. But no, I definitely on the point though about, how you came about starting stand up and the experience of that first night going out there and performing. I definitely had the same experience as far as I saw a random open mic thing on Facebook, like they were advertising for Twice as Funny. So I went down there and I performed, and I actually did decent for my first time out.
Do you remember your material?
I do.
Because I blanked out.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about my ex-wife and the stuff that was going on at the time. But I did the same thing, dude. I was driving home and I was bawling my eyes out on the way home. I was like hitting my stream like, yeah, what the, like it's like I found what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, nice.
And during the pandemic and whatnot and different stuff that's come up, I definitely slowed down doing stand up as much as I would like to, or working material. But recently, like I said, past weekend, I went out with Junebug down to Dallas area to Forney. Went to Forney, Forney Ice House, and we performed. And I ended up getting like 3 minutes given to me, because I was only there to support Junebug, but he ended up like hooking me up with some time.
Yeah.
And I got up there, and when I was on the stage, dude, I felt so in my element, like I haven't felt in a long time, dude. It just felt so good. Like I had the crowd just like here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, it was definitely special, and it reminded me why I do what I'm doing. I remember I roasted Dallas immediately because they're right like in the Dallas. And then I roasted Forney as well. I was like, no, it was fine, dude. I said, it must really suck to be from Forney and also be Vietnamese. me so phony. And the crowd died, bro. And this chick yells out, she goes, me so horny. I'm like, I know. No, I remember I said, obviously, because she had been like heckling all night. She was drunk and being loud. And I was like, obviously, yeah, you're trying to get fucked, making all that noise.
Yeah.
Like, it was fine. That was the Dallas thing. That was like one of my favorite ones I was saving. I got up there, it's like, I feel so good coming down here and working with the Dallas comics. And be down here in the Dallas area. I really want to come down here and work with you guys. Before I came on stage, though, Diego's awesome. He's like, Patno, man, go up there, just be yourself, have fun, break a leg. And I was like, I'm going to try, but I feel kind of crippled. I can't do any Dak Prescott jokes. So.
Oh, fuck.
And then the whole crowd was like, they got so loud. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys mad about? You haven't been first in anything in the last 20 years except HIV.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I had fun, dude. That's that feeling though. And like whenever they would like get like that gasp response, like, "Oh, hello again. I'm Eric Patno. Nice to meet you." Like I would just like reintroduce myself after I talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember the name. I came here and smacked you in the mouth. Respectfully, it's fun. It's comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad you appreciated the Vietnamese joke, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I can see it working. Yeah.
I hadn't done any type of jokes like that in a while. There's like a time and a place type of thing.
Oh yeah, it had to be like, kind of like in the moment, and before you did, you probably like it's a risk, but it's a risk worth taking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely fun. How recently have you performed? Have you been staying pretty busy?
Yeah, I haven't been like.
Because I know you said there was the period where you're kind of to yourself down.
Yeah. I'm not sure if like comedy is what I should be doing.
What else are you feeling?
Nothing. I'm in like a lost phase in my life right now, and I'm totally okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're funny.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, people ask me to do shows, so I still do them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't know. I don't like feel that excitement anymore.
Do you still want to create? Because I know we've talked before. Remember, we hung out after the show. We freestyled. We played each other some beats and stuff, the hip hop stuff. Like, is there like a particular thing that you feel pulling you, or you might be interested in doing?
Right now, not really. And I'm not the type of person that force myself to do anything.
Oh yeah, never.
Yeah, I feel like you waste way more effort if you force yourself to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if any spark came by, then I have to feel excited. I can't explain it. It's like
I think
it have like a spark. Like my brain still come up with jokes and stuff, like one-liner and stuff. Even though I'm not even trying.
I think you just need to change the scenery,
Right.
bro. I think that's all it is.
Maybe.
I think that's all it is, man. I think you're cooped up. You need to change the scenery. You need to get around some different people.
Yeah, I've been cooped up. I'm not gonna lie.
It's good. I think there's a reason you came down here. It's good you're down here. Maybe you need to get out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'll get out the car battery. We'll hook up to your nipples. We'll shock you a little bit. Give you some electro comedy therapy, and you'll be back into it. You get shocked more than a Vietnamese torture camp. So like,
I'm actually.
Hey, I gotta listen. I have a grandpa somewhere that probably have fried a little bit. So let's go.
Actually doing a show tonight downtown.
Really?
Shakespeare. Yeah.
Where at now?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Where's that?
Someplace downtown.
Downtown.
Like
Okay.
6th Street-ish.
Oh, by 6th Street. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
You're excited?
Not really.
You're not really?
Yeah. I feel like even when I'm on a show where I'm crushing and
Yeah.
there's like a lot of people, like this show I done last week of Bear and
Yeah.
Ant where I crush it. It just
Bro, I really think you just need some better vibes,
it doesn't feel like Maybe I'm taking it for granted.
No,
but
I don't think that's it. I think it's whatever. Do you have like a community of people that you work with regularly at all? Or do you just kind of like in and out?
I'm in and out.
That's why.
I'm out at this moment.
Yeah.
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 I don't feel like tapping
Well,
in.
if you ever, listen, man, if you ever want to ride down here and rock with my people, the Patno Productions crew, I got you. I got you. We'll set something up.
Thank you.
For real. For real.
Yeah,
I think you just
yeah.
need to change the scenery, bro. I really do.
I don't know. I'll wait till I see what excites me. Maybe tonight will excite me. I don't know. I can't plan stuff, you know.
Well, let's just
It just comes when it comes. It comes.
let's keep the conversation open. You reach out to me when you want to have a conversation, and we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. Cause
For sure.
I just think it's your environment, bro. I really think that's it. You need to be around like me and Junebug and shit, bro. And fucking Neal over here, fucking Kimosabi.
Maybe I have a different. Maybe I have a different calling in
'Cause-
life, rather than
'cause-
comedy.
Cause every time I've rocked with you, dude, I've had a fucking blast. Like doing the popcorn trick, whatever, dude. Every time I've gotten to see you and hang out with you, it's like, man, I didn't even like. I remember the first time we hung out, like we hadn't really talked or known each other yet. But after I got to know you, I was like, man, I'm so glad we hung out. Like, what the fuck? Like, like.
Well, that's because I like to have fun in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the attitude you should have.
Yeah.
That's the attitude you should have. That's the attitude we all should have. You know, keep things fun. Don't focus too much on the work aspect of it. That's like I tell people, like all the stuff I do behind the curtain, all like the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm supposed to be back here, you know, doing all the editing, like plotting stuff out, you know, all this other shit, you know, like the bills and stuff earlier. Like that's not for everybody else to do, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own way to go out into the world and do what they got to do without overburdening themselves or stressing themselves out to the point where they can't be productive or successful. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody has a thing they can do. So I think, you know, outside looking in, I know that you're chock full of skills and experience and funny. And I just think that you're becoming disillusioned with the environment, market, people you're around, whatever it is. That's all it is, man. It's a little bit of that, and plus the whole closure, COVID shit.
Yeah.
It definitely adds to the mix, for sure. But like I said, our current plan isn't to sit around fucking flicking each other's dick and clean, dude. We're gonna be going up to Dallas, planning a trip out to Houston, all this other stuff, dude. So we're gonna be moving around for sure. And yeah, if we start setting up any bookings or anything in the future for those places, I'll give you a call and we'll see how you're feeling. Try to get you up there with us. So I think if you come fuck around with some different people, dude, I think you'll be okay. I really do.
Damn it! Now I have to do comedy.
You
again.
don't have to do it. You don't have to do it at all. This is a no pressure whatsoever suggestion.
Yeah.
But you should.
I just think that you're just in a position we all get in, dude. You just got to shake things up. You just got to shake things up. Get around good energy, positive energy, and people that want to see you succeed and see what your skills are and know how to emphasize those. Or it feels less like work and more like, hey, we're having fun again.
Dude, that sounds like commitment.
It's not. At all. So that's my pitch on Everybody Hates Eric to Tai Nguyen.
Yeah, that sounds like a pitch for sure.
And speaking of pitches, won't you pitch me one of these natural lime White Claw seltzers?
He's going to try and...
They will get you lit. You'll stay kind of fit. Your pants will still fit because you won't get all those carbs from, say, one of those other guys like a Sudweiser or one of those other brands. So, yeah, get you some White Claw. Get you some Tai Nguyen.
Balls in your court, White Claw.
I know, right? They've been sleeping on the kid.
Dude, White Claw seem like they sponsor like uppity, like,
Doesn't it?
Yeah, uppity
yeah.
Soul Cycle
But it could.
type of crowd.
But it could just be for regular guys like us that don't want to get a beer gut.
That's more of Four Locos type of brand.
Well, that's if you do want a beer gut. Drink Four. Actually, no. If you want to wake up in jail, drink Four Loko.
Dude, I think Four Loco, why it's like has such a bad rap because of the branding. Look, Four Locos.
Oh, you get fucked
The
on Four
branding
Loko, dude.
and like just the way they present itself.
Have
like,
you ever drank in? Like it's like not Four Loko, but it's called stuff like Hurricane and this other shit. These beers.
Yeah,
the Steel
I've seen
Reserve
it.
shit.
I've
Oh
seen
my
it.
god, dude.
It's strong.
Oh, Tatum. We talked about Tatum the other day.
It's
He
strong.
drank nothing but Steel Reserves.
God.
That's all he drank.
What the hell he's doing?
He's probably fucking making
his
moonshine
iPod.
up in the mountains of Tennessee. Fucking chilling.
Shout out to Tatum.
Shout
Not a
out.
bad life.
Yeah, he's gonna catch the podcast on a piece of aluminum foil and like a speaker wire run into his ear like, hey, they said my name. God damn.
He got like 2 teeth left.
Yep. This is dude in the army. This country ass dude. He was drunk every single day, but he was drunk all the time to the point you didn't know he was drunk because he was always drunk. That was just
That was like his sober.
how he carried
Damn.
himself. Yeah,
That's like people that's always like high.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Some people stay high all the time. Some people stay drunk all the time.
And that's how you fool people. If you're stoned all the time, they won't know when you're not stoned. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Perfect example.
That's true.
Warnke.
yeah, Warnke.
Marky's
Oh
stoned all
boy,
the
if
time.
we ever told the stories about Warnke on the podcast. Okay, so Warnke was this guy.
T-Wall champion.
Marky
Warnke-
Wills?
No, not Marky. Marky Wheels. Not Marky Wheels. Rest his soul. But Warnke was this guy.
His name is Warnke?
Warnke. 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 That was his last name. Warnke. It gets better though. The name it sticks. So Warnke was this guy in my unit in Korea the first time I was there. He ended up coming to Fort Hood. But let me get back to Korea real quick. His roommate was this one of my friends. I can't remember. I say friend. I'll say associate because I can't remember his name. But he was Warnke's roommate. But I remember him telling, like, dude, like all he eats is like he eats like pizza and like cold hot dogs like out of the package. He just gets I'm actually doing a really good impression of him. I wish I could remember his name. Like, yeah, I just ate like cold hot dogs out of the package.
Damn. That's
And
fucked
like that's
up.
it's like all he ate. Like it's fucking weird, bro. He drinks like packs and packs of Mountain Dew, and like he's just like, I went in the shower, right? I went in the shower, like I marked his body wash with like a marker, just to make sure he's taking a bath, and like his fucking marker's still there, like the soap didn't move, bro. like,
Sound like he go grocery shopping at 7-Eleven.
yeah, dude. But he remembers a Green Bay fan. He always had a Green Bay jersey
Yeah.
on, like red basketball shorts.
Yep.
Same pair all the time. But anyway, this dude, we were out in the field in Korea, and we have like these comm shelters for like radio signals and stuff that shoot out like across the battlefield. So he gets in there and he wires it up wrong to the generator and then turns it on. The shelter goes
Damn.
and like the door opens and just smoke is rolling out. And all the springs and buttons from all the panels are just on the floor. Like he blew it up.
Damn.
So he did that, and then he was in the field, and he went somewhere where he thought he was in private, behind an alleyway somewhere in a corner in the field.
He started jerking off.
He did.
Yeah.
And they saw him like on the camera, like
Seriously?
on night vision, black and white camera,
Yeah.
him beating his meat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Warnke was always wanking
Did
it.
he got an honorable discharge?
No. He stayed.
Well, he
They
discharged,
kept
alright.
him in the army, and this
Yeah.
guy just was dirty and just was beating his meat all the time, and they didn't kick him out. He looked kind of like, have you ever seen a
That's
baby?
not a good enough
Have you ever
reason
seen
to
a
beat
baby
somebody
bird
up.
when it hatches out of its shell? That's what exactly what his face looked like.
I'd
It's like this sloped in face.
Damn.
I say it's more like Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah, well, no, sloth is more like a muscular build. Morky is more of a like down slope, like to a beak.
So he was a skinny guy? Tall?
Yeah,
He like
was
had like
skinny fat.
he was skinny fat for sure,
Uh-huh.
like
skinny
actual
but
skinny
with
fat.
stomach?
Yeah, like he could run, but
Uh-huh.
he just smelled bad and was just gross. But anyway,
Damn.
he was just very socially awkward. Like people would be having a conversation somewhere, and he would always be doing this,
Oh, really?
He's like, yeah, man, like just under his breath, like, what the fuck? What? Like, or like people would have a conversation, and he would just like, just like start laughing like he was part of like, yeah, man, like.
Are you sure he
Are
wasn't?
you even over here? Like,
Sure he wasn't an alien trying to be human.
I think he was. He was like, water, sugar, water. like,
I remember.
but no, like I was gonna get. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay, so we leave Korea, right? We get to Fort Hood, three Corps Fort Hood. He ends up when I first get there, and I'm in like the first like initial in-processing barracks, or no, like in the we end up being roommates. And I'm washing my clothes and doing what I'm supposed to do. And this dude just has like wet laundry just in his bag that just doesn't get washed, covered in sweat, just sitting there. Stinks really bad. I remember they did like a room inspection. They found his like all his dirty clothes just in this bag, and it was just nasty as fuck. I remember I'd look. Dude didn't listen. We're in the Army and we're getting regular checks, and they're not bad checks. This dude just had a mobile DVD player instead of a laptop for some reason.
Mobile TV player.
Like
It's
just like
the
a disc
DVD
player
thing?
with a little screen.
Yeah, I used to have one.
I had one too, but
Yeah.
we were actually getting okay money where he could have got a laptop or something by now.
Yeah.
At this point, he's like a year and he's like 18 months in or some shit. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you have the money. Like what are you doing? And so he's just watching a box set of Saved by the Bell on it.
Damn.
That's all he's watching.
Yeah.
And he's over there like stretched out in his bed, and like I kind of see him like he's like fucking.
He drunk off Saved by the
He's
Bell.
like you can kind of see him like thumping his dick.
Yeah.
Like he's like the little baggy part of the shirt. He's like over there like thumping his dick, dude. He's like I'm like seeing like dude, what the fuck?
Which
is that?
character is he drunk off to?
You know what? Probably Screech. But anyway,
The principal.
I remember my ex-wife at the time we were dating. She was still in Korea. She ended up changing her orders to follow me to Fort Hood. But anyway, we're talking on Skype, and I go to get in the shower.
Oh man.
I go to get in the shower, and I get out of the shower, and everybody in the Army, we have like these regular brown towels we all use.
Yeah.
So I go to dry my face off, and I go right up my face and scrub it off, and I stop, and I go, oh no, and I pull the towel away, and it's got like shaving gel and just like nastiness just all rubbed in. I'm like, oh. Like I jump back in the shower and start scrubbing my face. And I'm scrubbing the fuck out of my face. And I get out and I get my towel. I clean. I'm like, oh god, I'm so unclean. There's no way to clean it. And like fucking splashing aftershave in my eyes and scrubbing it on there. Like, you know, any type of alcohol based whatever I could find.
Damn, you got Saved by the Bell jizz on your face.
I
Huh?
get shaved by the bell. Yeah. So anyway, that happened. And it was traumatic.
You could have given him a
But-
beta box set, like Sex in the City or something.
God, but Warnke, dude, I ended up getting a different room later, a different roommate and shit. After this gross event.
Here's Seinfeld.
But Warnke, throughout the period of being there, it was just a continuous string of goofy ass shit that Warnke would get himself into. It was like Mr. Bean, and he looked kind of like Mr.
He
Bean.
seemed like a very sitcom character in real life.
He was 100%
Yeah.
like Mr. Bean, dude. He would just end up in all these awkward, like we were in the, I remember in the Korea, like we had these before we left Korea. Yeah, we were in the field, and he was out there with us, and we had these potbelly stoves, these little fucking like stoves we had to clear, like they were like the heaters when we were in the field. And they used propane, and we had to clean them out. You had to clean out all the fucking soot and shit out of them during the field. And I come around the corner, and this dude is just black from head to toe. Like he was cleaning out the stove, and he just like somehow covered his entire body and face in soot. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how did you even do that?
Yeah.
How? And it was like that. And like we're at the unit. I remember like he was ground guiding somebody in a Humvee. He's like, hey, come this way, come this way. Didn't he snap the mirror off of somebody's shit? Yeah, the mirror gets snapped off of the vehicle.
Yeah.
It was a
Looks-
fender bender, wasn't it? It was a fender bender. Like, and he's ground guiding. He runs them into somebody else's vehicle while he's ground guiding. I'm like, yeah, you're good. Like,
Keep going.
he got caught multiple times just masturbating. He got to the point where towards the end, before he was gone, he was down at the hallway at the unit. He was in the hallway, and he's like, "I'm fucking drunk, bro." And like he'd been drinking Red Bull vodkas all day during the workday. Like me, listen, there were
That's so
times
soft.
I had a shot of Crown at lunch or I had a lunch beer.
Yeah.
I definitely did that a time or two.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker was doing shots, drinking cocktails all day during work.
Yeah.
Like just going in. Like but just a complete mess. And I think he ended up breeding and having a baby after he got out too. What's the story that you had about Warnke?
Oh, I got a lot of stories. Now, I remember this time we were all going to the DFAC. It was me, Quatch, Mathis, and I want to say Franklin. No, actually, no, Franklin wasn't there. He wasn't in the Army yet. But it was somebody else. And out of nowhere, Warnke volunteers himself to jump in Quatch's car quietly. And the only reason why Quatch knew he was in, Cantlow was there too. And so the only reason why he knew he was in there, because he sniffed something, what the fuck is that? And so we all turned, and Warnke somehow got in the middle of their seat. In the back
middle too, like nobody noticed.
Yeah. And so he's like, man, Warnke, what the fuck are you doing about He's like, so when Warnke gets put on the spot, he gets incoherent as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And that shit is hilarious.
Facts.
He's like, oh, I thought we were going to do the defense. And so he's like, did you even ask to get in the car? Well, you said you were going to the defense. I figured since I'm going to the defense, we're all going to go to the defense together. And so he just keeps like mumbling like a mix of Boomhauer and some retarded slog. And we just don't know what the fuck is going on. And so Quad is getting visibly more pissed. He's like, get the fuck out of my car. Fuck your car. He's just like,
Man, fuck your car.
He gets out the car. Cantlow gets back in. He slams the door and starts like sauntering down the road.
Yeah, that walk. Oh man, I wish I had room to show that walk. It's like the Warnke walk. Okay, so it's like you got this. It's like that's my strong hand kind of walk. He's like, and then he would do this like when he's like.
Based on your description, he's kind of like the Snuff character in Ice Age.
This motherfucker did. He was something else.
Yeah, I remember I was on CQ one day, and the first art came up to me and said, hey, I understand you're supposed to be at the desk at all times and your runners at lunch. However, I'll talk it over with your first art, but I need you to do me a favor real quick. We got this one soldier we need you to go check on. I'm like, fuck. All right, I'm thinking it was Pemberton, R.I.P. little bro.
Yep, R.I.P.
It was like, who is it? It's Warnke. I'm like, what do I have to do? Just make sure that he's washing his clothes. Are you fucking serious? I'm dead ass serious. And so I go upstairs, knock on Warnke's door. He fucking has the audacity to slide that fucking window and poke his head out.
I wish I could put this proper visual on this. The windows were like this wide, so like it slips open. And it's like his head just like pokes out.
What's going on, so?
He drive through the window like it's like short. Like,
and so he fucking sees me. And as he's talking, this fucking waft just comes out the room. I was like, Warnke, just closing out the window. Step outside. And so he steps outside. I was like, hey, Warnke, I appreciate you for working with me on this. Have you already washed your laundry? Well, yeah, I put it in the laundry room and everything. It's good. It's being washed right now. I was like, all right. Not that I'm saying that you're lying or anything, Warnke, but I need you to show me which washing machine it's in. That way we can confirm and tell your first sergeant that you did indeed wash your clothes. It was to that extent. Nobody trusted him.
Yeah.
So we go in there. He had the first washing machine. Tell him why this bitch was fucking rocking violently side to side.
all the clothes, all of them.
There was no soap in that bitch. He just put it in there and put water on it. Man, I'm working. Look how the baby back bullshit is. He's like, I ain't had no soap. I was like, you could have came and asked somebody for soap. You could have went and bought some soap. The fuck, Warnke? This is how I wash my clothes. You mean to tell me you ain't used not nan drop of soap this entire time you were washing clothes? Yeah, Warnke, how old are you? Well, that's a trick question. Don't answer that shit. Warnke, all right, hold what you got. So I go to my room, get some Tide Pods and some fucking soap, and legitimately douse that bitch. Just like launch 5 Tide Pods in there, fucking soak it in damn soap, and then closed the lid. It caused the whole fucking laundry room to flood, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
That was the one time I can say that his clothes were clean. Because we did that shit 2 or 3 times. And so fucking came back downstairs. I want to say it was First Sergeant Houston that came up to me. He was like, "Man, so how's it go?" Little short dude, bulky with fucking gold tooth.
Gold tooth.
Yep. He said, "So how'd it go?" I was like, I mean, it's clean now. What happened? So I walked him through. He said, "You gotta be fucking shitting me." And so there was that one. Now there's this other time when he left his window open. I had to do fucking the walks around the barracks and shit.
Mm.
I hear moaning and shit. I'm like, I know damn well Warnke ain't got no bitch in his room. And so, as I'm getting closer and closer, I'm like, oh, it's got to be like one of the neighbors or something. Somebody get it in. This motherfucker, his window blinds were all the way open. His bed is facing towards this way. Yeah. And he's like, his feet are towards, let's say that screen is where the fridge is. His feet are towards the fridge.
Oh, no. I
walk by, see him furiously beating the dog shit out of his dick. And I was just like, Warnke, no. Oh, God, bitch, no. And so he like hops up off the bed. It fucking like slams the blinds.
Yes. It's funny you say that. I remember Hodges saying, I think it was Korea, he walked in on him. He was viciously fucking his hand. He wasn't even jerking off. He was just like thrusting into his palm, just like angrily too. Mm-hmm. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That dude had issues.
That again, you hear how good he is at telling stories? He's fucking phenomenal at telling stories, and that kind of opened the conversation about comedy. I mean, I can hit some points, but this guy, just the way he does it.
You should go on stage and talk about Warnke.
Yeah. Oh man, everybody's got Warnke stories. It's a lot of.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah, he exists.
He's actually a manager. Of
I'm not gonna say his first name, but his name is Warnke. I'll leave that.
Yeah.
He's a manager at what?
Well, actually, it's like a general manager. Of
I'm
not gonna say where it's at.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm happy for him. Seems like he turned his life around.
Yep. The only thing I've ever edited out of the show actually was people's specific names.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
But in this case, I'm not gonna do it because they didn't get too specific.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody wanted to go down the rabbit hole and do the homework, they could, I guess.
He sent me a friend request like 2 years ago. I'll never forget this shit.
I remember I made a fake NES game, like little image thing. It was like fucking Super Warnke World when we were in class. That shit was funny as fuck.
Dude, Warnke could have his own television series.
I would fucking watch it.
If he got followed around with somebody with a camera, I think people would watch it.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the Warnkies.
Yeah, I think so.
I would watch
I think that's a good plot. Like somebody inside the military, but they keep fucking up like Warnke.
It was beyond just fucking up though. This dude was. I've heard it's socially awkward, but this dude was socially inept.
Imagine you fuck up in the most serious situation, like World War II, Normandy Beach.
He'd be the one, like, Warnke, what the fuck you doing in the foxhole? I don't know, just like feed my dude.
It's like he gets nervous, starts beating. Like Germans in the
they look across like they're fucking.
You know what? That's this guy B.
They look across the field and he's in the wrong foxhole shooting back. Warnke, what the fuck you doing? I don't know, I got a rifle, man.
I ain't even call. I ain't even know, son. I just got a rifle, son.
You know, maybe that's the peaceful solution to war. Like somebody come with a gun after you start beating your meat. It's like you can't shoot somebody while they're beating your meat. That's so an inhuman thing to do.
Oh man.
Fucking crying.
Shout out to Quatch. Quatch was such an animated character too. There's just certain people in the military, and not in a bad way, not in a Warnke way. There's just certain people in the military that they were such huge characters and animated, like you just remember them. You know, some people's very dry, very plain, very just like, yeah, let's go to work, let's just do work. But there's people you come across that are just like, they're all over the place. Like, you know what? I'm gonna remember every one of these little things you're doing. Like,
yeah.
little things.
Funny if you're about to die and you're not flashing before your eye.
Yeah.
And you thought I'm wonky.
Oh God.
Damn. You're
No,
like,
you
damn,
go-
my
you-
knife ain't shit.
You go to the other side, and then you figure out Warnke was an angel this entire time, and
Oh,
we all
yeah.
were terrible to him.
Here to teach y'all about
I'm going
unconditional
straight to hell
love.
for making him wash his clothes.
Didn't he get in a fight with somebody in the field or something, or somebody slapped the shit out of him or something?
That may have happened.
I feel like Hodges or somebody slapped the shit out of him one day,
I could see how this doing it.
or Tatum. Maybe it was Tatum.
I could also
Somebody
see Tatum.
slapped the fuck
Wait,
out
was
of him one day.
It might have been Bones.
I don't think it was Bones. Bones, aside from the alcohol
Yeah.
thing, he stayed out of trouble. Bones was a cool guy. I liked Bones.
But once that alcohol came, I was like, yep, time to go to the room.
No, dude, somebody slapped the fuck out of him one day. I very vaguely remember that. Like, he was in the field and he was like fucking popping off and got in somebody's face and he got the shit slapped out of him.
I could just imagine.
Maybe it was Adams. Maybe it was Cody.
Fucking love Cody.
I think it was Cody. I think Cody slapped the shit out of him.
Oh man,
I think that's who it was.
I can see. Yeah, I can definitely see.
I
Cody
think it
fucking
was
putting
Cody.
hands on-
I really think it was Cody. So Cody was a guy. He's a very country Mississippi boy.
Yeah.
That was in with us as well. He actually started comedy before I did, and actually inspired me to start comedy. He was a fellow veteran. During my first 6 months or so of performing, he actually committed suicide. So yeah, that's who Cody is. Just a feel on that. The way I dealt with that is, we processed it. I remember I did a video call. I talked with Cantlow and Connor, and I think we talked some as well. But I remember we were still performing at Jade's. I was running the mic there, and I didn't take time off. Instead, I went down to Jade's, and I immediately made a joke about it. That's how I processed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, me and buddy Cody, man, rest his soul. We just lost him recently. We'd send material to each other all the time, like bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah.
And I sent him this joke the other day, and he was like, "Ha, dead."
Really? That's his response?
Think about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, fuck." Oops. Yeah. Yeah. And I just pictured in my head, you know what? He's like, "Motherfucker, you got me." Wherever he's at, he saw that shit and he got a kick out of it. I know he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Army was crazy, and all that. I'm glad that I served and did the time I did. I didn't go get blown up or shot at or anything crazy. I pretty much got in a loop between Korea and the States at Fort Hood.
Oh.
After I left Benning in Georgia and stuff.
That's good.
Did a lot of stuff, experienced a lot of things, both good and bad. Ended up getting my benefits out of it. And that's why I'm able to do the things that I'm able to do now. I have time for it, with the kids and whatnot.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it, man, I don't believe in everything that we do sometimes as a nation with our government and stuff, military-wise and whatnot. But I do believe there is something to be said about committing some time to service and getting that experience and that discipline and whatnot, and getting out and getting dirty and putting in work.
Yeah.
So that's just always the perspective I put it in, as I didn't have to be a hero or anything like that to anybody else, but I still lost people, I still lost people that were important to me. I still, got to travel some of the world and work with foreign nationals and stuff like that. So, yeah, rip to Cody, and to Daniel, and to Jasmine, and to Stuart, and so many others that all kind of lost the battle at home, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we're still here.
Yep.
We're still kicking. We're still holding it down, and we're gonna keep holding it down. We all gotta learn to be like Tai Nguyen, We all gotta learn how to be introspective, and still low key be a killer. he's like, I'm not a killer, but don't push me. Like that's Tai Nguyen.
Yeah. Who said that rap line? I
Um,
kill, but don't push me. Is it Tupac?
it is. It's definitely Tupac. West Side.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like I mean, he say that line, but he have other songs about killing people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
Tupac, in a lot of ways, created himself. He's very characterized.
I think he started out as like an actor, and
He
then
did. He went to art
acted
school.
the whole Thug Life thing.
I think it's
I feel
a
like
mixture.
it was never him.
I think it's a mixture. He like a lot of it was the acting stuff, but he did
Yeah.
grow up in Baltimore part of the time,
Yeah.
and in in LA and shit. So
I think
it's
he
a
was
mixture.
good.
He
'cause
pushed himself into the
he's
dark.
good.
Is what he did.
He's good because he's a very sensitive character. Sensitive people, they're good at getting in touch with other people's emotion.
Hmm.
And he really care about performance. Like,
Yeah.
he really care. That's why he's better than everybody else. Like, his shows and his live performance and stuff, you could tell that he put his heart, like, into it. Like, this role that he was playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And he wanted to get out of the rap game and just go full-time acting.
And when he called Biggie a fat motherfucker, I felt that.
And he said he fucked his bitch.
I wouldn't doubt it. Pac was a handsome guy. Pac could probably fuck any girl
I
around
think he
that
did.
time.
I think he did.
Jada
Yeah.
Pinkett Smith for one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
You could probably, yeah.
she's still obsessed with him.
Yeah.
I didn't say Rip Sergio. But anyway,
Yeah.
all the dark stuff aside, all the Tupac stuff aside.
Yeah. How the fuck we got into Tupac?
I don't even know, man.
Yeah, I know.
Things.
Segways.
Hey, we're teaching him proper
Segue
segues.
from suicide to Tupac.
We're teaching him proper segues. I said, hey, you do the podcast, you're gonna.
I'm
pick
not
up.
suicidal, but don't push me.
Ooh. I wish you would step back from that
Revenge
ledge,
is
my
the next best
friend.
thing to getting pussy.
We're gonna do a mashup of Tupac and Third Eye Blind. You know,
Yeah.
do some jumper in there, and some fucking Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One quick C.
Oh no.
Look what we got here now. Damn, that's a spooky ass song.
Man.
It's
With the
supposed to
fucking
be.
bell and shit.
Machiavelli.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Make it feel like he never died. Like he's gonna come back alive.
Hey, you never know. He
You
could
never
be in
know.
Jamaica somewhere with Adolf Hitler down in fucking Brazil.
I wonder who started that room, because everybody has heard that shit.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler?
Yeah, that Tupac's in Jamaica with Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, I don't. You
and
know,
then fucking Elvis Presley's there as well and shit. I'm like,
No,
what the fuck?
They're all-
craziest
they're all
rumor
super dead.
is that Adolf Hitler successfully created a cloning machine. So it was his clone that did suicide. But that's a crazy theory.
That's
yeah.
right up there.
Next time on Wolfenstein. No, like,
Yeah.
the man in the high castle.
I mean, even if Tupac was alive, it wouldn't make any difference.
It wouldn't. It
Yeah.
wouldn't. I think that we have our, our symbolic people today. We have our Kendricks and our Coles. We're fine. We're good. So yeah, I think we are about done here today, Ty.
Nice.
We are. This has been a fucking awesome time.
How long do we talk for? It's been 2 hours, right?
That's the window we shoot for, around 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been great. Is there anything that you have coming up? Would you like to give us your social media handles, that kind of thing?
Nah. I'm so like disillusioned with fame is like the last thing I want right now.
All right, so if you look in this
Don't follow me.
if you look in the description of this
Follow your
video,
parents.
if you look at the description of this video, I'm gonna give you his information so you can follow him anyway.
I've been off social media.
Yeah,
I'm just on there post like any shows I'm on, but that's about
Gotcha.
it. I don't even go on there.
it's good to take breaks from it.
Yeah.
I've taken breaks from it. I've taken breaks from people like comedy and everything. I've taken like a month off, whereas didn't even, you got to do that sometimes, dude, for your mental health. It's
Oh,
good
yeah.
to do. To really, because you step back and you look at what you really want to do, and if like you're still having fun, if you're still passionate about it, So I've taken a break, dude, where I hated it. Like I said, I took like a month away from everything, and then I came back randomly to a showcase I did with Diesel and those guys, and I crushed it that night. And I was like, "There's the feeling again." Like it came, rushing back.
Yeah.
So like I said, it could be just a means of changing your surroundings. Just remember I said that today. If you take anything else from this conversation,
Yeah.
it could be just that feeling of being stagnant and needing to break away from whatever normalcy you've got going on.
Yeah.
Take some time down, chill,
For sure.
and we'll talk for sure. Neal,
Oh shit.
would you please give us your social media handles and anything else you have coming up?
Well, don't really have too much coming up outside of doing stand-up, which if you want to come see us...
Just blood pressure? No.
That's always up. Always up. Keep
Okay.
that pressure up.
Okay.
No. But if you want to come see us, we're out at the Social Coffee Club on Thursdays. And then, what was it, Joe's Coffee House?
Cup of Joe's.
Oh, Cup of Joe's on Wednesdays.
Mhm.
Come out, show some love. We love y'all guys. We'd like to see that love come from y'all as well. For my social media, Facebook, Neal Walker, Instagram, Orenthal, The Juice Man, Snapchat, Broke Homie Sean. And I don't have Twitter anymore because I got banned. Just a heads up, I say problematic shit.
Mm.
That's all I got.
Also, you can find him on Spotify under Khalid.
Oh yeah, you rap?
Send me your location now. Fake Sam.
Oh, I know. I see what you did there.
Everybody
Yeah.
does that shit.
I couldn't help it. He's on the way. But anyway, hey, sometimes it be like that. But anyway, again. Yeah, you did. I know you saw it. I know you said. Okay, my bad. But anyway, you guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. It's been a fucking great time.
Anytime, man.
This is Everybody Hates Eric, and I know you all do. See you next time.
Cancel.
I slapped the thing. I ruined the whole salute. Fuck you guys.